Okay, so I just had this thought, right, guys and girls, and non-Pacific gender people. Get this, right? Your morals, your thoughts, the way you view the world, your values, is predominantly formed from your first impression. Just your roots, when you first hear about it. And that carries with you for life. It can be a change, but your predominant views on something is just from your first exposure. So perhaps it's just the way they were raised. So you cannot judge someone for their opinion on something because it's just their life steps, right, have set them up on this way. Because when they've had an experience with something, for example, cats, the first cat you ever see, it scratches you. The rest of your life, you're going to have a little bit of a stigma against cats. However, if the first cat you see, super nice, cuddly, calm, fluffy, fat, you know, you're gonna have a cool, calm, collected view of cats. And so I think it's just in your psyche, you know, when you're learning impression about something, your brain takes that really, really religiously, and it has a long-lasting effect. Because I was thinking about how, you know, I like larger dogs, right? And I was like, why is that? Me and Katya, we both like larger dogs, but I had this theory, and that is only because when we were growing up, we both had big dogs. And so now we've had this value that big dogs are the standard and little dogs are not as high quality. And that I attribute that predominantly to the fact that it just happened to be exposed to that. So it's not like this value is a core, core representation of my being and my soul. It just happened to be by chance. It just happened to be from experience, and that I have ascertained that this is the way that I should view this. Now, this may seem like, what's the point of that? What's the point of learning this? Why are you telling me this? This is fucking boring. But the reason I'm telling you is because think about how much of what you value or what you judge other people, like, oh, I can't believe they like this car. Their cars are so shit. The reason why they like that car is because maybe when they were a kid, their mum or dad or the cousin said, no, that's a good car. And they're like, yeah? Oh, that's what a good car is? Okay, so that's what a good car is. So that's what I value. And so they've carried on that. And then everything, they can have years and years and years of being told that all these different things, these cars are good, who cares what cars are good at? You know, your opinion is valid as mine, and we can all be different on this. But that nothing is dramatic to influence your value more than what the first time. Now, a story I just told Katya was before. I knew this guy I used to work with when I was very young. His first girlfriend in high school, she cheated on him and broke his heart. And this guy was very impressionable. And this was like almost 10 years later. He had never attempted to date another woman because he was so traumatized. That's just from his first experience. And that had set up his values. And this is relevant because he's an extreme example, but yeah, all of his morals and ideologies was formed just from the beginning, and that's carried on for many years. So this is important because you can shape it. You can manipulate your character, right, or others, and maybe you have children or friends, by exposing certain things. So it's very fascinating because you can literally dictate the values and personalities of someone based on exposure effect and based on confirmation bias. You keep seeing that. So like say at the beginning, you first don't like cats because you see an aggressive cat. You're going to look for aggressive cats in the future because you want to reaffirm your values, because humans want to think they're right, because it's an evolutionary trait. We should think they're good. Arrogance is kind of healthy and in a small amount. And so someone that had the first bad experience with cats is going to constantly be looking for negative views of cats to confirm their theories, because that's just what humans want to do. And so that's so fascinating to me, because I was actually thinking the other day, right? Imagine two people, really similar people, both had the same day. One of them leaves to go to work and gets cut off at the beginning, right? That person, for the entire day, has a slightly more negative view, so they attract it into them more. So every altercation they have, every incident that could be possibility of having a negative slant, they promote it, right? So say George and Bill, they both leave. George gets cut off. Bill gets let go in the first intersection. Now Bill, after that, because he got let go in the beginning, he's like, I'm going to let every other person in traffic get let through because he had a good human interaction. He wants to spread it out. Whereas George, the first guy, he got cut off. So then every single other time, he's like, because these people are dickhead to me, I'm going to make sure that everyone else goes the same pain as I did. So every incident he ensures that he does not let the other person come through. And so that he's going to get the negative energy from them. He's going to attract total negativity from that one incident. And that formed his entire directory for the day. So yeah, to recap, the moral of my statement that I've just proposed to my iPhone is that be very careful with your forming values, because they can really carry on and have a lot of trouble once you have these walls up to break down that. And you have to want to change. And that's the thing. People don't see the problem because they think it's right. Because if you always thought that the colour blue is called blue, someone tried to tell you it's actually called grey, you're going to be like, no, I'm going to fiercely defend my values because I am a competitive human being. So, basically, just be very careful when you do something new. Have an open mind and be willing to alter your position on something based on new experience. Because to me, one of the most terrible attributes of human nature is being dogmatic, which means you're not really open to new opinions. I'm not saying you should be a little wallflower. Just be rolled over and take advantage of in your life. But what I'm saying is you should be critical and be willing to hear someone else's, because imagine someone like Albert Einstein. He probably had some theories, but he was so clear and like, no, I know I'm right. Guys, I'm Albert Einstein. I'm fucking right, all right? Listen to me, guys. But I bet he screwed up sometimes. I bet he's like, oh, geez, guys. I kind of fucked up a bit, eh? So it happens to everyone. It's not being a failure to accept that you made a mistake and or not even a mistake, just to hear that someone else has a different opinion and you register that. Okay, we view it differently, but I accept what you're saying. I acknowledge, I understand why you have that opinion. Don't say, you're shit, I'm good. Say, okay, I might not agree with you 100%, but I respect where you came from to get that position. Yeah, so if you got something good from that, congratulations, and thanks for putting up with my rambling, and hope you had a great day.